Hello everybody! Welcome to On the Bright Side. My name is Daniel, and I am watching My Hero Academia Vigilantes. I don't know what this was. I just felt like it. Last time on My Hero Academia Vigilantes, we got to see the origin of Stain. We got to see how Stendhal discarded his mask and decided to pursue true justice by punishing the heroes that do not follow the code. And it was a super cool and interesting episode. But now, I've talked about how in the past, this show is very episodic, and I'm very interested to see what is next in the episode of our Vigilantes. This episode is called Makoto and Truth. It's got a slash. And if you guys are excited for more My Hero Academia Vigilantes, then you should subscribe and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single Vigilantes episode going forward. Alright, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, go. Sleeping in class. I'm trying to remember. I don't think I ever... Oh, actually, there was one class that I fell asleep during. But it was like a online class. Who are you? You're in the opening, I know that. Yeah, Bochi. Leave what? How old are you? Oh, you know about me. Alright. Can they call me the crawler? Okay. Give and take. Yeah, I wonder what she's interested in. She's very pretty. So, obviously Koichi will have to cave to the pressures. There she is! I was waiting. I'm like, I know she's in the opening. There's still like one character that in the opening that we haven't seen yet. Professional. Thank you for telling me what a professional means. I called this a penthouse. Oh no, another human? I gotta get out of here. Dude, your identity is not secret. Hardly. Up. Poor Pop. Pop Step is also like, it's a woman too. How dare? We get a tutor, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Then we needed laws to get like a uniform what order is. Because otherwise it's just people acting on their own. Something else? Oh no. I'm guessing America, baby. State of Rhode Island. Wow. Looked a lot like Robin in there. Yeah. Okay. Wow, I love these like actual comic book art. Well, that is important. We're getting a real history lesson. Lots of world building. I love it.
未だに議論の対象になってるの。
Right to bear arms, right?
つまりは政治不
Because
信から来る
America.
誰が見張りを見張るのか問題のバリエーシ
Who
ョン。
will watch the Watchmen? Man, I started reading Watchmen. I need to finish
マ
it.
チポンビジランティズム、すなわち私的正義は公的正義たるヒーロー制度の祖であると同時に相互監視的な対立者でもある。
I wonder if Alan Moore would like My Hero Academia.
テストではほっとしたところで追加も
Uh-oh. Ah,
例の進歩を
you're
知
very
った時に
close.
ヒーローとヴィランを分けた決定的な要素って一体何だと思う？
正義の心とか。
That's all very vague.
その答えは秘密。
やだな。
Well,
協力してくれるなら答えはその時教えてあげる。嫌とは
I
言わない
I am wondering what I'm helping you with exactly.
それはね、近頃噂のナルハタのビジランテ。
Yeah.
ついてのフィールドワーク。
Ah, well,
現代のビジランテという
lucky for you.
存在何より題材としてキャッチーだしね。
This girl reminds me a lot of this is gonna be a weird comparison,
活躍については聞いてますよ。
but like
街の平和に
Sonya
貢献しているという。
Pokemon Sword and
で
Shield.
もヴィランと戦ったりしてる人たちにホイホイ近づくのは危ないんじゃないですかね。
そこでボディーガードの出番ってわけよ。
It's kind of just like how I viewed Sonya as like a college student trying to
よろしく。
make something.
今度の土曜日か。
何ニヤニヤしてんのよ。
あ、ポップいたの？
I was here the whole time. Oh God.
あら、
ただいま。
Oh.
久しぶり警部殿。兄さんって仕事で個性犯罪担当してるの？
So
ヒーローとかヴィラン関連でなんかいいネタない？
with the yeah with the eyes they're related.
じゃあせ
Yeah.
めて有名ヒー
Just
ロ
the
ー
blank
のインタビュ
eyes.
ーとかオールマイトにコネがあったりしないの？
ちょっと言っておくが、ヒーローはまだしもヴィランに興味本位で近づいたりするんじゃないぞ。
あら、そこは罪を憎んで人を憎まずがポリコレでしょ。ヒーローとヴィランは表裏一体、合法非合法はその時々の線引きによるというスタンスを私は支持するわ。
Damn.
ここで議論をするつもりはないよ。
I'm not debating this right now. I follow the letter of the
しかし理屈
law.
はどうあれ、一線さえ越えなければ問題ない。そう言いながら、線の向こう側に転げ落ちる人間は多いんだ。
It's like when people say they're doing things ironically,
うまくやれ
but they're just actually like doing things.
距離とか線引きをわきまえてないっていうか、
はい
ちょっと
は
全然そうじゃないの？
い。だよ
なんで
ね。
私が隠れなきゃいけないのよ。
Yeah, just agree with her. Pop Step is so antisocial.
足を横に伸ばして引っ掛ける。
Zoom.
これを避けられて後ろから追われる形になったら急停止して反転足払い。
Look at all the fancy movements he's doing now. Yeah, you can. The fact that you can move in different directions like that is pretty great.
変なの超うざいし。
Pop Step. You've
あ
been
の子
in a bad mood, yeah.
実は
ビジランテの調査万が一俺たちの身元が第三者に漏れれば警察や
Yeah.
山ほど押しかけてくるぞ。
やっぱそうっすかね。
And her brother is a cop. So,
まあ嗅ぎ回ってくるやつを黙
all right. Do not hit her.
光一くん、今日はよろしくね。
She's just so
どうした
beautiful.
のぼーっとして。
素敵だ。
あんなの大して似合ってないし。さて、
Hey, you,
SNS などの情報から
Pop Step, you can
彼ら
both
が
look
よく
great.
現れる
It's
場所
fine.
には見せていきましょう。
ちょうどよく出てきます。
I mean, you both use a lot of
まあ
cosmetics, it
本人たちに
seems.
会えれば何よりだけど、私が知りたいのはむしろ彼らに対する周辺の認識ね。
お、今度教えてくれるって言ってたやつですね。
そうそう。
Look at Koichi's gamer meme. I guess he's got the backpack on, but
社会的支持。簡単に言えば人気ね。
そんなので決まっちゃうんですか？
そもそも
Well
現代のヒーローランキングも人気投票的な面が強いでしょ。
yeah.
今回私が知りたいのは原始的ヒーローとも
Yeah, the vigilantes can't really be
地域の住
judged.
民にどう受け入れられているのかということ。
なるほど、実に興味深いです。
じゃあ早速街頭インタビュー。
Oh,
カメラお
okay.
願いね。
Oh,
ああ、モグリのヒーローのことっすか。要するにクローマンのことっすか。っていうか、クローマンはあれだな。
all right. All right. All right,
ス
guys.
テップはもともとネット系のアイドルなんすけど、いい子だぜ。応援してるぜ。 げんこつじじいは
Fist geezer.
クローマンちょっとキモい。あいつ絶対スカート覗いてるよ。
Koichi's gotta be like, oh, no. Alright. Everyone thinks that we are a donut.
ああいううろんなやつは世の中に3倍貢献してやっと人並みだ。
ロケットプリプリ。
彼女もそろそろ歌ってみたレベルからの脱却を図るべき時期ではないでしょうか。やはり
This guy. I heart cuties on his shirt.
なんか通り魔みたいな。
Hello?
うろついてて怖い。
ヴィランとスウェーデンの
Okay.
ホップステップに関する意見で多かったのはお尻。
Her butt. She's cute. Well, it's so much of her butt.
キモい、便利だけどキモい、いいやつっぽいけどキモい、不気味でキモい。
Alright, yeah, Well. Oh no. We gotta catch him, but then we'd be giving up our identity. Quirk soccer. That's a quirk.
好都合じゃん。パソコン取られたら勝手に懲りて帰るでしょ、あの女。
そんなわけにはいかないって。
But I'm a hero.
ザ・クローラーの正体は決してバレてはいけないが。
なんでそこで余計な見栄を張るの。
I like how they did not even. They couldn't be fucked to explain what the quirk is. He's just godlike with soccer moves. How do you find out you have? Oh my god! Ow! And why is he penguin-y? I guess that's why he's emperor. You gotta hide your face.
ここ通して。
Or change.
取り返そうとして転んじゃって。
君が取り返してくれたの？
先輩が取材してる例のビジランテがさっそうと駆けつけてくれて、彼の頼もしさを言ったら。
Damn, just wants to be someone you can rely on, and everyone's like, he's creepy.
それは今後の課題かな。まだやる気？あ、そうそう。最後に光一くん個人への質問。
Okay.
はい。
Oh god.
本当は君がクローマンなんでしょ？
No!
塚内誠個性
Oh jeez! What a quirk. She's got the lasso of truth.
違いますよ。
あら。
Right, because he's the crawler. He's not the crueler. She didn't get his real name all day, huh?
でっち上げじゃダメだろ。
No, it's mostly about some girl's butt.
勘が鈍ったかな。しっかりしろ。調子に乗るな。真剣さが足りない。要努力。なにこれ厳しい。
Damn,
ホッ
man.
プステップ、尻、歌下手、尻だけ、もっとケツ出せ。
Oh my god. Alright, everyone, that was episode 7 of My Hero Academia Vigilantes. In this episode, we got to meet Makoto, a college student trying to work on this independent study about vigilantism. Kind of makes me think of a bit Lois Lane type stuff of like a reporter-ish character. When I saw her in the intro, I was initially like, I don't know why she gave me reporter vibes, but this is close enough. Her name, My Hero Academia, is very on the nose with its names. Makoto, it's Makoto/Truth. I think they did the slash because Makoto means truth. It makes sense that her quirk is a polygraph test, but I really like how we got around it by her being all like, you're the crueler, right? And he's like, no. What? I like how no one calls him by his name. And personally, I don't really like the name The Crawler, so, but I do feel bad for Koichi that no one acknowledges him. But yeah, in this episode, we got a big history lesson on just hero society in general. A lot of world building, which is something that is spin-offs like this are good for. You know, if My Hero Academia proper took like an entire episode to do what this show did, people would be like, why are we halting the plot to discuss this so much. Now, My Hero Academia does a good job of world building in its own show, but you can expand upon that a lot more in spin-offs like this. And I really like how they did it. How hero systems all began in the great state of Rhode Island. I've never been. I've been to like most New England states. Rhode Island is one of the few that I haven't been to. There are some nice places there, so I definitely want to, but it's just funny that the random Rhode Island, it's surprising to me as someone who lives in the United States. Rhode Island is not really known for a whole lot, but talked about how it was really strict at the beginning because it was more a way to define what a villain is rather than a hero, which kind of makes sense, focusing on like the punitive aspect of it rather than the actual like hero part of it. It just makes sense with how societies usually go. This spread to the entire world, and now most countries use, I imagine most countries use official hero systems. It makes me wonder how like vigilantism is in other countries, because Japan is one of the safer countries, one of the better countries in terms of heroes in this world. I like how they even brought up, you know, in America there's the whole right to bear arms thing, and like how does that interfere with vigilantism and stuff. But generally Makoto seems to be all about how hero society has basically grown to not even really consider vigilantes. So she's really interested to see the reality of vigilantes. Like, how does society actually feel about them? Because they're not considered in the hero rankings, which, as she said, are mostly a popularity contest. You know, it kind of makes me think a little bit of like, it's like making an indie film ineligible for the Oscars versus a filmmaker who's eligible. Is this making sense? There was a lot of dialogue in this episode. I'm definitely going to have to... I'm going to take another look, obviously, when I edit. If I have any other thoughts, I might put them in editing. But I think for the most part, I got the gist. The other thing we learned about Makoto is that she is the sister of Tsukauichi, which I guess that's her last name, too. But I'm just going to call him like that, who is very straight-laced at this point. I love seeing him in this show versus how he is by the final seasons of My Hero Academia, where he's got the bags under his eyes and he's like, he went through a lot. But it's interesting to see how they, you know, tie into this narrative as well. I also like the hint being that she takes out the contacts and just has these blank eyes. It's kind of scary, honestly. So I guess I understand why she wears contacts. Koichi is also quite smitten. You know, whether that's actually going to be develop into anything, I kind of don't think so. I don't think Makoto really cares that much, but she really cares mostly about her objective, her research. So it's gonna be interesting to see, because obviously Tsukauichi is against vigilantes because, you know, they're illegal, and he's a cop. Dang it! Why you gotta be so much of a cop? Oh, that's her job? Guess that makes sense. Whereas Makoto, much more interested in the vigilantism, doesn't consider it all that wrong. You know, as long as it's helping people. But, I mean, a lot of the data that she collected, people don't seem super into it. You'd have to find, like, the people that, like, they've directly saved, and then maybe you'd get some different testimonials. But for the most part, the average citizen is going to be like, Pop Step's ass is out. You notice that? Which is funny because from what I understand, they like modified many panels from the manga to make her ass less out in the anime. I know some like manga purists are a bit sad about some details being lost from manga to anime adaptation. However, most of the changes, I get the logic. Like, changing how the guy with the needles in his fists, you know, changing him from being less rapey, probably a good idea. especially if, from what I understand, he's going to be a character that continues to come up. But I just found like all those things funny. You know, it's sad that Koichi, the crawler, first of all, not acknowledged, and also everyone thinks he's creepy. Koichi has this like kind of worldview that because people like physically look down on him, people actually look down on him. But like, this is kind of proving his point. Most people view him as creepy because he's, I don't know. If I saw a person in real life do what Koichi did, maybe I'd be like, it's kind of funny looking. I mean, you just kind of like got to get down on all fours and like spread out your... I mean, if you imagine a person doing that, I feel like that's like a horror movie trope. I'm making so many references today. I was thinking about the like demon in like Faith, if you know those horror games, the ones that go like, ah, that's creepy. Whereas Knuckle Duster just does not care. It's amazing that Stendhal actually knew who Knuckle Duster was, since everyone else doesn't seem to know his name. But Knuckle Duster does not care like that. He is way more about just doing what he thinks is right. I feel like we haven't made a whole lot of progress on getting to the bottom of Trigger in a while. So, and we might not. I don't look at the previews. I kind of like cover my eyes, but I read the subtitles based on what next episode is. We're being introduced to the final character in the intro that I was like, we still haven't seen them yet. So maybe like the last couple of episodes, we'll get more of an action-y arc. If I were to imagine, it's usually how these things go. But yeah, this episode, I don't have as much to say as I normally do because it was a lot of world building, and that's just kind of like, I just absorbed that. I don't have too much to comment about it because it's just the way that it is. So, but I hope you all enjoyed my reaction to this episode. If you did, you can let me know by leaving a like, and you can subscribe and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single My Hero Academia Vigilantes reaction going forward. You can also feel free to leave me a comment. What did you think about the world building in this episode? What would you like more expanded upon? Anyway, with all that being said, I hope that I can make your day better, and I hope that you continue to have good days. Till next time, take it easy, everyone.